Are you ready to rant?
The immigrant life lifed me.
We are happy to be here.
Ewo, the number of people's bomb have cleaned.
Almost everybody has a master's.
Did you not hire me because I'm black?
I was only black person. I jumped and started shouting, Jesus!
This is the Nigerian Abroad podcast. Let's get into it.
So what are we talking about for this episode?
Your food is smelling.
Yes. Oh, that's such a good... That's because, yeah. I think I should lead. It's even good at wearing this, my boo-boo, so that I can lead this.
Sorry, I'm not catching that vibe today.
I can lead this session.
I'm not. I'm clearly...
And explain my...
denim and orange pillow.
So I can explain my predicament. So this is my story.
Is smelling though.
I have two experiences. But anyway, before we get into it, IJ, how are you?
I'm okay.
How is immigrant life treating you?
The same.
Mm-hmm.
But every day I thank God that I know how to navigate the London transport system.
I know, right? Do you know how important that is?
I think that is a skill that I have managed to hone, and I'm very happy about that. That is something I wake up and I thank God for, because I'm very bad with directions. She knows.
Yeah, I know. Very frustrating.
That me one time. I went to visit her and she was really doing me like my grandma, and she was like, okay, we've passed it before. Where do we go next? Left or right? And I was like,
I don't know.
Right? She was like, no, left. So yeah, the fact that I actually know where I'm going to in London it's a miracle. Yeah, that's how I'm doing.
Oh, and she can make her way to my house and I will sit down and trust that she'll get there.
No, Google. I still cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot. I'm heavily dependent on Google. I can make my own way to my house though. I'm sorry, but that's a big deal for me because, yeah, why are we talking about this?
Okay, sorry. I was just checking on you now. You never asked
started
me.
Bullying. Oh yeah, boy. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm very good. Okay,
how is immigrant life treating you?
It's fine. Mm-hmm. There's off-record gist for immigrant life. How immigrant life is treating me. There's something
you're not giving me gist on.
And now, things I need to talk to you about. I just remember the gist now, but it's not something I want to say on air.
Okay,
sorry guys.
I'll remind you. Whisper it.
I'll tell you later now.
What if you forget?
I will not forget. It's my life.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now that we are fine and we are clear that we are all fine, I'm not sure why today our outfits, the vibe of our outfits is very
different. Let me tell you why. I already had these outfits in mind, like we're just giving casual. Dami now texts me and she's like, I'm wearing boo-boo and Ankara today. And I'm like, sis,
why you could have just brought boo-boo for the shoot.
I don't have energy for it. Don't worry, next time I wear my wedding Ashobi.
It's not even that.
That's the only outfit I have that can match this vibe. So
okay, no wala now.
Sorry.
All right. So today we're talking about stinky African food. Now, especially if you cook with iru, locust beans, ogiri, if you make beans, what else are the things that maybe you cook with crayfish?
Mm-hmm. Crayfish is a nice. You know what? Let me not even say it's nice because it's nice in my.
If you've made ofada,
yeah,
you most likely would have experienced this.
Fufu.
If you, oh my God.
You know what? This is even us saying fufu actually smells. So we that have the stinky African food, we are telling you that fufu smells. So
yeah,
jollof rice doesn't smell. Fufu smells. So imagine you're eating fufu here.
And
don't worry, go to the gist.
So I have one. I have two. So the first one was when I was a student, when I was doing my master's. So my friend came to my flat and she went to the communal kitchen. She made indomie and she had a crayfish, like ground crayfish. So on her way to go and wash, I think she had a crayfish and Cameroon pepper, which to me smells amazing. Then she, went to the kitchen to wash. So she came to my room to eat. We were just sitting there. She went to the kitchen to wash her plates. Then she would go to the kitchen and saw somebody spraying air freshener.
But why would you want to make Cameroon pepper and crayfish disappear?
And she was upset. And me, I'm like, why are you upset? It's the person could not stand it and she sprayed air freshener now. Why? She was like, no, it is racist. It is this. I'm like, okay. Sorry. I don't know. So, I mean, obviously, maybe because it didn't happen to me directly, so I was just like, oh, maybe I'm overreacting.
Yeah.
Then I moved to a new flat, like obviously over time, got a job, moved. Then I was making jollof rice. Guys, jollof rice.
Nigerian jollof, by the way.
I was making jollof rice and grilled chicken. So at no point am I aware of what could be smelling.
Mm-hmm.
Then somebody came to knock on my door. Right, I had a guest, so I assume it was because I had the guest and maybe they'll keep the noise down. So someone came to knock on my door. I opened the door. Then she peeped into my room and she's like, oh, your windows are open. Okay. I just wanted to say that when the other Nigerian in the flat cooks, it stinks up the flat and I can tell that you're cooking because the flat is stinking. But now that your window is open, that's fine. So you know how someone says something and it takes you a while to process the thing. So I literally stood by the door staring at her till she left and I closed the door. Then I turned to my guest and I was like, did that just happen? Then he was like, yeah. I said, wait, she just said my food is stinking. Then he said, yes. Do you know how it's after a person goes, you now start thinking about all the responses you could have given. And trust me, since that day, I've been cooking egusi with iru and I've been very intentional about using iru. I intentionally buy iru like, it is because there's some things where you're like, let me just avoid it. Now, I make a lot of ofada because now since it's smelling and it's annoying everybody, let's just
stink up the place.
Since I'm sticking, let me just do it well. Let's whatever is worth doing well.
Oh my God. Okay.
So that's.
I didn't even, you have given me this gist before. I did not even know the part where she peeped.
Yes, now she was standing by the door of my room. And she peeped in. She was like, oh, your windows are open. And me, I think that that day I was just, I don't know what happened. I think I was tired. So I was just standing and looking at her like, kilo and
You know what? I have a confession. I am very quick to spring to action if these kind of things happen to my friends. But I probably would have done the same thing
if you was
in your shoes.
Yeah.
Like if I was the one it happened to. So let me not be too dramatic. I'm like, so you didn't know? No. But it's very crazy to think about the fact that there is this sort of audacity to be like, your food is bland. You cannot even smell anything. At least you're like,
good.
You want to make jollof rice? Okay, so
what happened? What were you cooking?
Where do I even start? 2 experiences, but the same reaction. My neighbor's kids, basically. Egusi soup, iru. Amazing.
To you. Evidently. To us.
Nothing like to them, please. And then I get a knock on the door. No, actually, it was not the one I got a knock on the door. I came out of my flat and then the kids were playing. And then they said, what is stinking? Me, I was like, I'm not smelling anything. Like, I knew what they were talking about. I was like, I'm not smelling anything. Like,
I don't know.
And then I think a couple of them figured out I was coming from my flat. And they were like, it's coming from our flat. It's coming from our flat. And then I just shook my head and like walked away. What you said, it probably is just to them, it's just something. But I'm not making any. What kind of rubbish is that? Like, what's that? Like, my food is smelling. Food I'm eating, delicious egusi soup. I should make fufu one day. Like something smelling like shit.
As in, or if you cook ofada rice, like the proper one.
That smell is strong.
That proper one.
Strong.
Maybe I should tell my mom to bring for me.
Yeah.
When next is coming.
Be cooking that day. Don't open your window.
Yeah, I'll not open my window.
Make sure I'm around that day.
That's going to be interesting.
If she does it, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
So what was your second experience?
Second experience, my husband.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. So my husband was making beans and he likes to add iru in his beans. Like, it just gives it this amazing flavor. Same thing, same experience. This time I got a knock on the door and it was, what is stinking, please? If it doesn't stink, don't say that. Don't say to you, it doesn't stink. Don't. It doesn't stink. It has this heavenly, I know how to cook food smell. It's not black pepper and what's it called? Like bay leaf and what else is there? That's it. They don't even have any other
Black
spice.
pepper and salt. That's it.
Exactly. It's not that. And my own thing is when they actually cook food that is like it smells nice. Trust me, it's bland. It tastes
They have food that smells nice.
like you can smell that it is food that is being
Oh,
made.
okay,
And I'm like,
okay.
I'm hungry. I need to try something. And then nothing. You're like, great. That's how their fish and chips.
Yeah, I think that whenever their food smells nice, whenever it is, British food, I feel like
A white tea. I'm sorry.
I feel like it is what we smell most times is butter and garlic.
Oh, yeah. True.
It smells amazing.
But then there's no salt.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's why it smells. That's one of the reasons why it smells amazing.
Hold on. Is it that because I'm not really versed in dishes and all of that? Don't say cooking. I can cook. No, I can't cook.
Yes, my love.
But is it that they don't put salt in their food on purpose so that you can add it to your taste? Because that's just ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't think so because I'm trying to think about their food. Fish and chips. I think it's a seasoning thing. I don't think it's just plain salt. I think it's a seasoning thing because for fish and chips, if I'm making fish and chips, buttered fish, I'll first season the fish.
But
Then I'll season the butter.
I don't think they season the
Yeah, I
fish.
think they just put salt. And it's not salt in maybe the butter and the fish. But for me, I would proper season. Have you seen me season chicken?
Oh, no. When I season chicken, it's like, people be like, okay, I think that's enough.
As in-
That's enough.
And we don't even mean season like
then cut open
Maggi.
so that it's enter
Exactly.
inside. They leave it overnight so that it soaks.
Exactly. It's even like all the spices you can imagine and all of that. But I think they just put salt and black pepper sometimes. Generally, salt and black pepper has its place, but
I only use salt and pepper if I'm trying to have like an avocado meal or something. Then I'm like, okay, avocado on toast or something. Then I just use the black pepper. I don't see any meal that I would want to use black pepper.
it's nice in Indomie.
My Indomie does not need black pepper, I promise you.
I'm trying to think of what other thing. It's nice in steak when you're making
I don't like steak, I'm sorry. I don't like steak because the best way to have it is like medium rare, but then it's still red inside and I can't eat that. And when it's well done, it doesn't taste nice.
Yeah, and it's kind of tough.
It's very chewy. So I don't like steak. I'm sorry.
Do you know that I think that I can say the same?
They don't like steak.
Yeah, I think that I've eaten steak so much that I can say I don't like it.
You
like
can't do
it's
without
not,
it.
Yeah, it's not my. When I go out, I'm looking more for wings or fish.
Oh yeah.
I like fish, maybe salmon and sea bass. I like sea bass.
Oh, I love sea bass.
Yeah, and I feel like those ones they taste nicer. But
And I feel like I'm a very boring person. I always look for like a pasta meal because that's what I know.
Lagos girl. Oh, you're not a Lagos girl. So why you buy a pasta meal?
Because that's what I know on the menu. Like if I go to Italian, obviously it's pizza or pasta.
Yeah.
I don't really like pizza. Don't arrest me. But
really,
I will eat it, but I wouldn't say like if we are like having like a hangout or something. Oh, pizza? No, I wouldn't. I'm not obsessed with pizza.
I can't relate because I have this thing where for a period of time I am obsessed with a specific food. So in January it was
per month.
My love, I figured though.
Okay.
January it was bitter leaf soup. Do you remember when I was always talking? I was always eating bitter leaf soup and eba. February also I think it was meat pie. March it was pizza.
And it's very
I can't remember what it was for April, but
the categories are like very different. Bitter leaf, meat pie,
then pizza. Then the time it was chow mein. Oh my God. I would buy chow mein every. They got so bad that I was not trying to
She's
not
buying
buy it.
chow mein every day and cannot send more than 10K.
Guy, how much is chow mein? What's wrong with this babe?
The number of chow mein you will have bought would have been enough to send somebody more than 10K. Nigerians, I'm fighting on your behalf.
Should I tell you what I'm obsessed with now?
What?
Ofada stew.
Yeah,
The red.
I had a father's stew today, Seth. So.
Yes, but that's even the green one. Before you came, I had 2 bowls of the red one.
Do you know what's the best one? Especially that Tasty's one. I like having that red stew with bread.
Yes.
It is so nice.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm not trying to advertise anybody's brand, but that their red goat meat stew and their red
nice.
father
It's nice.
stew. No.
Please, can I talk about the
Please.
fact that I feel very happy and grateful to have found Nigerian restaurants in the UK.
I was going to ask you that was your favorite cuisine. So I'm not, because IJ is an English professor. She might say I said it wrong. So did I say it right?
What's that? Cuisine? You got it now.
Oh, thank God though.
I'm
So
not an
what's
English
your favorite?
professor because today I'm background. They'll be like, no. Let me just I don't know anything, please. But my cuisine is Nigerian. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
It's Nigerian. Sticking to Nigerian. At the moment, mine is not crazy like monthly, this and that. No. It's just a craving. PMS craving, the normal PMS craving that every woman will have.
Yeah.
Yam porridge. And there is this restaurant that does it. It's almost giving that vibe when we're in school that they said this food is so good. It's like the person that's cooking it is using menstrual blood to put in. It's almost like she must be using witchcraft to
Where
make
is
it.
from?
What's the name of the place?
Is it a Nigerian restaurant?
It's a Nigerian restaurant.
Buy for me.
Okay, but the place is far. It's SE. I just have to travel to that place. But don't worry, maybe one day when we hang out, we'll just go or something like that. But on the topic of like all the restaurants, there are some of them, like for instance, Enish. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention all these restaurants. So I'm like, okay. I feel like Enish is just an experience.
Moving on.
Are we allowed to trash people?
No, because me, I'm an Enish
You're
fighter.
an Enish person.
Yeah, I like their food. I like their ayamashi.
No, ayamashi is tasty for me.
Anyway, that's me. I think that I've experienced a lot of really good Nigerian restaurants. I'm not going to lie. So Enish 804 is very impressive.
I've never been to
Oh
804.
my God.
But I'm not an adventurous person, so maybe that's why.
And then Tasty, I really like their takeaway. And there's one in my area, Pisha. Their pepper soup is amazing. It's like Sheraton
You see,
Hotel
that's the thing.
Ikeja
Dami
pepper
lives
soup.
in... Am I allowed to where you live? Dami lives in an area where it is
Very Nigerian.
not very Nigerian, but you have access to a lot of Nigerian.
Yeah.
I live in a very whitey. You picked up. I live in whitey. And it's very hard. Like even if I want to buy, like when I want to buy Nigerian foods to cook, like meat, fish, all those things, I have to travel, cross over, and there's something I'll be like, oh my gosh, so many black people here. Like I've gotten so used to being in that neighborhood.
There's so many stores, Ghanaian, Zim, whatever you want. You see, I think there's one woman from, Namibia also, that she was telling me about a shop that sells things she used to eat when she was a child. So this place is very, very diverse.
Yeah.
So
mine is not.
Yeah. So I've experienced very good Nigerian restaurants and I'm grateful for them. My favorite cuisine is Chinese. I mean, maybe because, so maybe it's a cost thing. I love Nigerian food and I think that I've grown up to say this. So growing up, I used to say, I can't wait to go abroad so I can eat white people's food.
No.
So I can eat. So because when I was coming, I didn't come with any spices. I didn't come. People will pack food. I didn't do any of those things.
I didn't do that either, but that's because I hated cooking. And then it didn't take me like 2 seconds to realize that,
I made a mistake.
I should have done that. So the next time my friend was traveling, I just wrote a list to my mom. We sorted out what the extra luggage would be. And then I was like, bring this. And then my mother sent. So I was for me, no, don't worry. I become like an
I'll be fancy. But now I'm very
You even had more reason to do that because you are more into trying out food.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it kind of makes sense for you to be like, no, sure, of course. Me, mom was just that I don't like cooking. And that was stupid.
He said that was stupid. So and now when my mom is coming, I'm always asking for Cameroon pepper soup spice, suya. The suya spice in this country. You need to get something from the north.
Yeah.
To know what suya pepper, to know what suya, not Lagos suya spice.
Wait, what did you say? This is no shade to, this is full shade to Lagos people because they're always saying, oh, I've tried suya. You have not.
Yes, I agree.
You have not.
I agree.
I won't low-key say Abuja people too, but let me not cause fight. They say, oh no, we have aboki in Lagos. You have not tried it. People say part of the ingredient is the malam's hand and night. The main ingredient is the north.
Let me tell you how bad. You know, Ilorin is north central also. I think Ilorin is north central, but I know it's not west.
Mm-hmm.
Even Ilorin that is not considered as fully north. The suya in Ilorin,
it's just different. It's not suffering
the
gra-gra.
first time I had it, I was like, what are we eating in Lagos? No, anyway. So I always ask my mom for suya spice. And now I'm one of those Nigerians that shop in the Nigerian shop. Like I go to buy iru. I don't eat yam. I go to buy plantain. I thought I would be one of those people that, I don't want to mention the superstore. I'm going to this to buy my groceries. Now I buy my groceries in an African shop. When I used to come, I used to think, when we come for like summer and I'll see my big mommy buying, I should go to Peckham and people wondering why. Are you not abroad?
No, it is a different experience, honestly.
It is a different, you don't realize that.
And you are so happy when you are there.
Yes.
You're just like, Indomie. Meat. Not meat that you buy.
Yeah. Do you know that the first time I saw there's world food section in most of all these the first time I saw a world food section in Sainsbury's, they had stockfish, they had palm oil. I felt seen. I'm like, oh my God,
they have it in Morrison's as well.
It was really nice to see. And then that's when you realize when you're in Nigeria, you don't feel these things because you are with your people. You're with Nigerians. You can just go to the market. So when you travel, there's something about feeling homesick. Not necessarily that you want to go back home, but feeling like you just feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like
you just need to feel seen in that way or something. So
that makes you want to buy Nigerian food because that's what. Not because you don't want to try new things. I mean, I'm the most.
I don't want to try anything new. I don't. I'm really look. Whenever I'm in a restaurant, my husband and then whenever
I'll roll my eyes every time.
Whenever I'm in a restaurant, I don't know what. I'm not that person that's like, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm not that person. Most of the time, when I want to try something, it turns out to be an absolute disaster. So I'm just like, babe, order something. I'm not that person. And I've come to acknowledge that if we're in a Chinese restaurant, I'm like, oh, egg fried rice. That's what I like. That's what I know. I stick to it. I don't have taste buds for something new. I don't have that. I don't want to have that. I don't envy people that have that. Good luck to your adventure, whatever you're trying to do. I'm fine. My stomach is going to tell on me the next day. I don't think it is worth the pain for me.
Right.
I know what I like. My body understands it. And I'm going to stick to that. She would try octopus. She would try...
I think I had it first in culinary school. That's octopus. And also, this is also a time to say I miss Olola. I don't know how I traveled to Canada.
Canada.
We used to go and explore food up and down. That was good times.
I can't be that person to you. I'm sorry, because that would be like, I'm ordering it. I'm like, do you have chicken and chips, please?
I saw one meme that someone said that don't worry if you're the person that orders chicken and chips, don't worry, you're seen. So I think one of my friends, every time we go, she knows herself. Every time we go on, and trust me, it's not even you, it's another of my friends.
Right.
Every time we go on a dinner thing.
Okay, it's not me because we don't go out like that.
So. Could have missed.
It's not me. I know it's not me now.
You have a family now, and you have a family.
I do.
You have a family. So, when single girls...
Actually, I'm married now. I don't know why I should be seeing people like you, to the likes of you. Eh?
So when single girls hang out, and we are trying to book or trying to order a meal, she'll just go through the menu. This is what she. They don't have chicken here.
Do you know it was 2 weeks ago that I went explore. I hate exploring for restaurants. I'm just like, can we just find somewhere and just sit down? But my husband is always like, oh, this looks nice. Like he just wants to walk and look at places that, oh, this would be nice. And I hate it. But I'm just like, if they have chicken and chips, I'm fine. But that day, it was an Indian restaurant we found and no chicken and chips, of course. So I tried something. I can't remember what I tried. And I was the one that ordered it, by the way. Just saying, like, I didn't say order for me. So I think, and it was really good. Mine was nicer than his own, by the way. And I was not like, honestly, I'll have been fine with chicken and chips. And he was like that. Chicken and chips is suffering food. That he only eats that as per last resort and he's really hungry and there's nothing else there. And I thought about it that way too. There's just this one distinct taste. But then I'm like, that's reliable. I know the taste. I know the taste of KFC. I'm like, okay, it's fine. The chicken, Colonel's meal. I know that's what I want. But then...
But so what's the essence of life if you only eat what you like and what you know?
That I will not purge the next day.
You won't. I think.
I haven't purged the food I know, sef. The ones I don't know. Sis, I beg.
This even happens with my parents when we go out. I'll look for the thing that I've not eaten before and I'll order it. And I'll make him buy.
Oh, so that's intentional.
Thing.
So you actually do look for.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The last time I made him buy something that he doesn't know. He didn't like it and he didn't eat it.
Interesting. People actually do things like you.
Unfortunately.
Look, there was one day I was in an Italian restaurant and I saw something. What I do, especially when I'm in an Italian restaurant, I Google what I see. So I'm like, this would look okay. So I Google this one and on the picture on Google, it was like, oh, nice. What they now brought
was different.
Slightly different. It even looked more aesthetic. Then I tasted it. Oh, olive oil all over. Then I said, oh, we have chili oil you can add to it. The chili oil was just more olive oil. And the chili settled
red.
on
So
the
it was
bottom.
not spicy?
It was not spicy. I was just, I paid 18 pounds for this food. I need to eat it now.
Yeah, good. And another cuisine that I think that is underrated is Turkish.
I don't think I've had Turkish before.
Food is nice.
Name a meal. Let me see if I've had that.
I can't remember. I don't remember how they call it, but I know that their food is nice. There's one in my area. I don't know. Sure, we should go.
Are you paying?
You go. You go hold money, Sha.
Are you paying? See, thank you. Always.
It's nice. It's really
HMRC, I'll
nice.
collect my money, please.
It's really nice. I like their food. Oh yeah, I was going to say that anytime my parents come, like anytime they travel, they come down to see us. And they say, oh, let's go out. My dad is let's go out. All these things people are saying is my dad that taught me this, let's go out. When you say, oh, let's go, my dad will say, so, we'll do one British, one Nigerian. That's always, regardless of what we are doing. Almost all the time, it's always one. And I'm like, where you are coming from, Nigeria? Why are we doing one? Then you realize that even that one British is just so that it's not be as if they are not doing other things. People, adults, Nigerians will come here and they'll still want Nigerian
You
food.
cannot teach an old dog new tricks. And I respect that.
And it's
regarding
expensive.
food.
Regarding food. And it's expensive. And there was a time I had to beg my mom. I said, Mommy, please now, can I buy you Chinese? Because she was asking
Chinese, I can go for that.
Because
but
she was like, oh, she wants to eat. She was like, oh, she wants to eat
But-
something. I think soup, something. I think I was busy, so I couldn't cook. So I was like, hey, what do you want? And you know how soup is expensive to buy. After first day, second, I said, Mommy, please now, like, let's do Chinese today.
And Chinese is one cuisine that I feel like people can easily fall in love with.
Yes. Yeah, she likes it. Yeah, she likes it now.
But what is one British food that you would eat? That you say, okay, because we said, okay, Chinese, they have a variety of meals. UK people, what's their own? Don't say fish and chips. That's
The
the least I
English
can
breakfast.
think. Yeah. Apart from that,
That's all.
Okay, this is one of the craziest things I've found. It's crazy. It's also amusing that breakfast is just breakfast. So there is no, what would you have for breakfast? It is breakfast because the meals are somewhat almost the same. Every day you can have the English breakfast. You can have a muffin. Like it is, there are foods that are actually termed breakfast foods. You can't have it for other meals, for instance. So when I was doing my master's, one of my colleagues asked me like, what did you have for breakfast? And I was like, oh, pasta. Because I just warmed leftover spaghetti and I ate it. And she was like, oh, pasta for breakfast. Like she was so shocked that I had pasta for breakfast. And I'm like, why? She's like, no, like we don't have that as breakfast here. I'm like, morning food.
I was about to say, did you see that thing that was trending on Twitter saying Nigerians don't eat breakfast, we eat morning food.
I was trying to explain to my colleagues that it's only rich people that say breakfast. We say morning food, afternoon food, evening food. But the term here is breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea. People say tea. When I was working in care home, they're like, have you had tea? So I went to go and get tea, tea. They're like, no, tea, like food.
Dinner, yeah.
And I'm like, why did you just say dinner? And
but
they're
you
like,
know
but
that some
tea.
people do breakfast, lunch, tea, then dinner. Yeah.
No, they even said that I don't know how the explanation was, but they were like, tea can be called supper as well, then dinner is actually later. Or maybe I've swapped it. And I'm like,
the first time I have when I was in uni, my flatmate, she's a very family person. So she would text on the group chat, everybody come to the communal room, let's hang out. Like she's everybody.
Yeah.
Every week we must hang out. So one time she texted, oh guys, can we have tea? Can you come down for tea? So I came with my mug.
Milk and sugar.
I came with my mug, guys. I said, which one do you want?
Wait, hold on. First of all, I don't know this story. Maybe because we are too embarrassed and I'll make fun of you forever. She came with her mug.
Then I got to the kitchen because I think I keep some of my things in my room just because I used to make content in my room. I said, so which tea? And I'm not trying to explain to her that I like lemon and kinikon tea. She then said, no, I mean tea. I'm like, now? Tea. She said, no, like it's a time we eat. Like everybody just comes down for tea so you can eat whatever you want. I said, oh, so dinner. She said, no, it's tea. We'll still have dinner later. I said, you know what?
She came with her mug.
I just
End
had
of story.
I just said that. I just said, you know, and I said just gist because I plan to come and drink tea. So the food that we're looking for, not having.
No, that bit, no. She came with a mug like as well. Like Bambiala. Where is the tea? No, I was thinking you were going to be like, oh, is it Bonvita milk and sugar? No, Team Ovaltine, Milo. No.
That reminds me, my mom is very fancy. So if you say, if maybe you come to my house and you tell her I want to drink tea, she's going to give you a tea bag. So if you want the other one, she'll say, oh, you mean hot chocolate?
Yeah.
And that time, I said, why this woman? Why? So it's now that I realized she was actually teaching us proper things that time.
My dad is like that. He just instilled it in us that this is what it's called, but I beg, we're not doing that in this house. So we knew it was tea. So like top tea or Lipton.
Yeah, Lipton or
but
Tetley and all
every time. Or you even had that Tetley that time.
Jesus.
Top tea and Lipton, no, that's all I know. Anyway. But we used to just say tea as per Bonvita. Then when we now upgraded a bit, was Milo. And then my sister was on the whole Ovaltine. But that Ovaltine tastes horrific. Have you tasted it? Don't tell me you like it. No, it tastes...
I don't like hot chocolate.
Okay, you're weird.
No, it hurts my stomach. I think it's too sweet.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were going to do a whole...
It just hurts my stomach.
Oh, yeah, I think I've told you this, that I discovered I was lactose intolerant in the UK.
Yeah. Welcome.
Oh, you are too?
Yeah. So I drink lactose-free milk.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Or plant milk.
So I had this colleague that said that... She's white, by the way. And she was like, it's very important I mention it before you say why you know. She was like, she was never lactose intolerant. She just woke up one day and she couldn't have milk. And then she eventually outgrew it. So I'm like, okay. Because I was in the UK for like a year or two and I was having milk. And then all of a sudden I couldn't. And then I'm in this situation where I'm like, oat milk. And I'm like, can I have a vanilla latte with oat milk? Single shot coffee, please. That's just, it's just strange.
Yeah, I think, people, did I experience any diet changes? I don't think so. It's just weight gain. When you come to this country, you blow. Do you know that one of the dresses I wanted to wear for this shoot, when I was trying it on, the zip popped?
Okay, I've never experienced that in my life, but maybe because if I just see that it's not sizing me, I will not even try again. But like, why do you even try self? Like, to like,
I just wanted to know. It was entering now. It was entering. I just said, let me zip up. And just like, where? So it's okay.
Sorry, I'm still on that whole she brought her mug. But I'm never going to let you forget this. Never.
And just move on with my life. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that weight gain thing. I did not actually gain weight until last year. That was me. And my own was not intentional at all. Like, I mean, for a while, I wanted to gain weight because I was on that 50 kg scale for a while. And you have those brutal aunties that will be like, oh my gosh, men don't like bones. They want meat. Yeah. And I'd always wanted to be athletic. Those women running 200 meters, 100 meters, I'm like, that is strength. I wanted to look like that. But then when you have aunties and uncles feeding you things from like 7, 8, 9, you now be wondering that, wait, am I supposed to look a certain way? And then plus social media. But then I just remained thin because I was always either dancing or being athletic. And I stayed that way. So when I came off dance, it was not like, and it opened my eyes to realize that I'd actually be eating very horrible meals. Like,
this woman,
I have a poor diet.
This woman has been asking me to be her nutritionist. Let's do consultation.
Will you be, Abby? You will not be.
Let's do consultation. She will not come. Let's review your diet. She will not come.
She wants to stop drinking Coke.
2 months after, she will not come. So, when are you going to do? She even said, give me consultation on my wedding gift. Like, what?
You're supposed to be chasing me with this.
I should be chasing. I should be chasing.
The point I was trying to make is that I did not realize that a lot of the weight I was keeping off was because I was so heavily active. I was dancing all the time, 8 to 10 hours a day. And then when I stopped, the food was like, nobody's burning us.
Nobody's burning
wait. And it's not as if I put on weight like, but it's there. So, yeah.
Okay. So I think I don't have anything else to say on this food matter.
I had something, and I know that thing was actually, I think it was important. It just slipped my mind. I don't know.
Okay. I don't have any. I have a friend that this food thing happened to. She lived in Italy. So she said that she used to experience it when she would cook. Then somebody would come and spray air freshener. And she would not mind. So one time, one of them, someone that is not African, of course, cooked. Then she picked up an air freshener. Ooh. And she was like, oh, this place is stinking. And she said the babe started crying.
But it's the same babe that had to carry air freshener.
Yes, she was like, oh.
I beg, she's going to sit down.
Oh, really?
Please, what kind of rubbish? At least be able to take what you dish out.
What you dish out, yeah.
That's not me, Sha. I cannot take what I dish out, sorry. That's not me. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why Dam is always nice to me, because if she's probably insulting me the way I do, I'll start crying.
And this thing that even happened at work, where somebody was eating, right? She was eating something. Then a colleague brought air freshener to her.
Is a lie.
And went,
Is a lie.
Bruh, HR issue.
Is a lie. What was she eating? Even though safe.
Now, it's so interesting to know the person eating was African. The person who sprayed the air freshener was white.
If you had said the person was also African, I'd be like, eh?
And the person eating was eating chicken. Exactly.
Tomorrow, bring Egusi.
Exactly. That thing was such a major issue because that's so rude.
Oh my God.
It was so ridiculous. You know how you hear some things, you see something, and like, it just has to be a movie. It only happens in movies
No,
or
in
people
real
tell
life.
stories. But
My former flatmate, so she was, I schooled in Leeds. My master's was in Leeds. She was in University of Leeds. I was in Leeds Beckett. Somehow we found our way to each other. We were in uni in Nigeria, and then we just discovered we were in Leeds together. So before we were flatmates, she was in the university accommodation, and so it's like 6 people to a flat. And so they had a shared living space, that's the kitchen and like the common area, and they had their own individual ensuite rooms. So she would say that it was the same thing. It would just be a stranger smell to you. Most of her flatmates were Chinese. It would just be a different smell, but she would not be like, oh my gosh, it's smelling.
Yeah.
And they would also not be like, what you're cooking is smelling. It was just this understanding of,
I think it's mutual respect.
it's mutual respect. It's understanding that my food has a strong smell. To me, it doesn't smell. So I'm expecting that you know your food doesn't smell at all. So it's just that understanding. And she was just like, she can't imagine having to live with somebody who would not give her that kind of respect. And it's just crazy to me that out of the blue, you would just have the audacity
to carry a fresh
or peep and be like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, your
The
window
other
is
Nigerian
open.
lady stinks up the place.
Yeah. Another thing that happens when we cook Nigerian food is fire alarm. Smoke alarm will not allow me to hear what. Ordinary, I want to bleach
If
palm
you want to bleach
oil.
palm oil, oh my God.
I think now I just buy bleach palm oil.
That's the thing.
I mean, I don't really cook
Omo,
oil as much.
You turn on the whatever fan thing, open the windows and you start blowing because
There was a time I made suya in my former flat. So you know how, obviously, it's in the oven. So immediately I opened it, it came up with, that's why the smoke, I say, Jesus Christ.
No.
What have I done?
Or if you're trying to give the whole jollof a burnt feeling. Oh my God.
When we are making fried stew, and then you know sometimes when the fried stew is,
You can't tell
it's fried stewing.
I feel like the smoke alarm can't tell if it's steam or it's smoke because our steam is not steam again. It's like oil fried.
Do you know the funniest thing? There was a time when I was not even cooking, then my smoke alarm went off. I don't know, that thing happened. Then I went out because obviously you have to go out. The same person that came to knock on my door that my food is smelling. She goes, oh, when you're cooking, you should open your windows. She's always making the smoke alarm go off. So I looked at her.
Was it her that turned it on the last time? When your smoke alarm? Who now turned it off?
No,
Maybe who
there's
was
a
triggered?
central. It was triggered from my room.
Oh, okay. I thought it was her this time. I'm like,
no. It was triggered from my room. So everybody went out. They started shouting at me, oh, next time open your window when you're cooking. You're always triggering the smoke alarm. So me, so like I was not cooking. And she goes, so what were you doing? As an African, there are two things. This one is talks to you anyhow. There is that you want to talk
violating.
exactly, or you in your mind you're like,
it right.
In your mind you're like, is it me? So that was my own, and I think that's how I kind of give my. Is it me? It can't be me. So I just looked at her, looked behind. Then I walked away because it can't be me that you're talking to like that, and I'm not going to engage. I just went back to my room because not me you'll be shouting at. I'm paying rent. You're paying rent. So
maybe our own rent is white rent. Whitey.
IJ is so rude.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, I thought
You'd like to
okay,
add?
we were talking about this thing.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say around the smoke alarm kini. So I'd finish. What did I finish? I finished making egusi soup. Everything was turned off. I even acknowledge that I can be forgetful sometimes. But this one I checked, double checked, triple checked, like I did. It was the aftermath of the steam from the soup that triggered the alarm. And I was like, God, please, what did I do wrong? I was careful. I was very careful.
Trying my best.
I'm already stinking up the place. Will I now set this place on fire too? But it's just crazy. One of the things I like is that if I'm on the train and then I smell food and I can smell that it's maybe jollof rice and chicken or egusi, I'll just be like, somebody's eating heaven. It's just turning like, do you?
Yeah,
I see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
Enjoy your life, my G. Anyway, I think I don't have anything else to say, and I think I've covered I think I've covered the dilemma we had. That was one with my friend, like the one with my friend that the white person then sprayed air freshener, and she too, she sprayed. Person that started crying. Yeah. So if you have any experiences,
you will cry blood. You be cry blood. I will keep spraying it.
Experiences with this, so there are several options. You can comment on the YouTube video, comment on the Spotify link, or drop your stories on the link on our bio.
Yeah.
In case you don't know where that link is, you can just text or DM us. We'll send you the link so
text
you can share your.
Text us where?
Instagram now, DM us.
And DM, what is a text?
Sorry,
maybe you gave somebody your number.
No, I'm not sure about my number. DM us your questions, or even on the link that we'll send to you so that I can share your stories. We really, because I feel like this thing is a universal experience. These things are universal experiences, and sharing stories just helps. Say, oh yeah, I'm not alone. Yeah, this also happened.
So you can also like just join in the whole vibe and be like,
in the conversation.
You too? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. # me too.
No. No. It's not me and you, please. Even me, I know my limits, so no. Okay,
just kidding. Bye. Subscribe, like, follow,
comment,
share, retweet.
Yeah, we have Twitter,
repost.
X.
Yeah, and we have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. You don't finish, Abby. We're on Facebook. We post on Facebook. I think we're on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Yes,
we are Facebook.
This is the result when we are the ones doing everything. We don't have a team. It's us.
We will have a team soon.
In Jesus' name.
All right. Thank you and bye.
Bye.